Hello farmers, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the 5 mistakes new rabbit farmers make when starting a rabbit farm. And today I'm feeling exceptionally happy, so I'm going to drop down 2 extra tips at the end of the video. So stay tuned so you don't miss those 2 tips, because they are very important when you want to start a rabbit farm. The first thing you have to take into consideration is building a proper house for your rabbits. Now there are key factors you have to watch out for when building a rabbit house. Now, first of all, your rabbit house is supposed to be built above ground. That you have to raise the house, I think 30 to 60 centimeters above ground. This prevents rodents and other crawling animals from contaminating your rabbits first, bringing in disease and maybe harming your rabbits or harming their newborns. Also, you have to build your rabbit house under a shade. Now, building under a shade is to prevent from direct sunlight, because heat is a problem for rabbit and direct sunlight comes with heat, so it just implies that you have to really build your rabbit house under a shade so it protects your rabbits and it gives them that conducive environment for them to be able to live. Also, you have to build your rabbit house in a way that it's spacious. You have to give them a lot of space. Sometimes before you want to even start building your rabbit house, it's nice to consult a seasoned rabbit farmer so he can tell you the dimensions in which each cage has to have, so that it's easy or is good for the particular breed of rabbit that you want to go for. And a tip for building your rabbit cages: measure the rabbit at its full size. That means if the rabbit is lying down, that's your mature rabbit. The rabbit is lying down, that's the breed you want to go in for. If the rabbit is lying down, you take the length of the rabbit and then you go use that as the length of your cage. Also, building your cage in such a way that it's easy to clean. If you look at the way my cages are, I have a tray under which when they pee, their pee rolls down, their poo rolls down, and it's easily collected, and then I can now sweep it out, put it in a composting bin or put it in a bag, so I can use it now in my garden when I'm maybe planting vegetables and all those type of things. So building your rabbit house in a way that is easy to clean is also very important, because it prevents diseases. If you build your rabbit house in such a way that the poo is being collected somewhere and you don't easily have access to clean it, it's going to remain there, sit down, and maggots start. You have maggot infestation, flies will be coming there, and then all those things, the smell, everything will just irritate your rabbit, and that can bring a lot of disease to your farm. So building your rabbit house in such a way it's easy to clean is very, very important when starting your rabbit farm. Not quarantining your rabbit is also a very, very important point to look out for. When you are a new rabbit farmer, when you bring a new rabbit into your farm, you have to quarantine your rabbit. Quarantine your rabbit for 2 to 3 weeks so that you can observe the rabbit, because most rabbits come in with parasites or infections which are still in their incubation stage, and you cannot know if they have that parasite or they have that infection. So you have to quarantine your rabbit for a while, so that that's away from your breeding stock, so that you can be able to observe the rabbit and treat if you have any if it has any infection or parasite which is carrying. Another thing to avoid is poor hygiene. If you don't clean your cages regularly, it's going to accumulate poo, accumulate pee, and other maybe debris from plants, which will not make a conducive environment for your rabbits and even yourself. So it's good for you to clean your cages regularly so that you prevent your rabbits from getting infected and maybe other parasites from breeding in the rabbit poo, which can also infect your rabbits. Another point to note is feeding rabbits the right diet. A healthy rabbit diet consists of clean water, fresh grass, maybe formulated feed or hay, whichever one you have. So it's very, very important for you to know the type of grass to give your rabbit. Always give your rabbits very clean water, so as to prevent your rabbit from having digestive stress and maybe eventually dying. Now for the extra tips: number 1, watch out for symptoms. If you see any symptom on your rabbit, maybe watery stool, the reddish ears, anything that is out of the normal, it's very, very important to arrest that case very, very fast. Either contact your local vet, or if you know what to do, you address the situation immediately. Because if you keep it and say, no, maybe I'll come in the evening, maybe I'll do this after, maybe you might come in and you notice that the thing has developed to something else, or maybe the rabbit is even dead. Number two, record keeping. Record keeping is very, very important in a rabbit farm, especially when you're calculating the gestation days, or when you cross your rabbit and when it's going to give birth. It's very, very important for you to mark those dates, because if you don't mark those dates, your rabbit might give birth in a place where it is not conducive for your rabbit to take care of his babies. And if that happens, you can lose that litter, or you can lose some of the babies just because of that. So record keeping is very, very important when you want to start your rabbit farm. You should have a book where you write down, okay, this rabbit has been crossed today, this rabbit is going to give birth on this day, this rabbit had this number of litters. You do that every day for every rabbit, so that your records are well detailed, well kept, and then you have a successful production in your rabbit farm. If you found this video educative, do well to leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos, and also share the video with other rabbit farmers. If you have someone in your family, a friend who wants to start a rabbit farm, share them these videos so they can know what not to do when starting the rabbit farm. And with that, thank you, and I'm going to see you in the next one.